Hey guys, hope you and your family are doing well. Well, it's that time of year. It's late January, early February, and it is time to begin prepping your soil, prepping your garden for that early spring planting. Potatoes and onions are ready to plant now, so we did a little tilling, and I thought it was a great time to go over our Husqvarna DRT 900H. We've had this guy for about 10 years, maybe even a little over 10 years, and we have just run it through the ground. I mean, no pun intended, but this has just been a piece of equipment that we've used every spring, sometimes every fall, and also during Christmas tree planting season. So I say all that to let you know that I have really worked this thing. Typical, we plant about a quarter of an acre, maybe a little less every spring. Christmas trees, I till each row that we plant the Christmas trees, and it's probably about 3,000, 4,000 linear feet. So that's a little under a mile. Mind you, I go forward and backwards when I do that. So imagine almost 2 miles, a mile and a half for sure, of tilling every year. And this guy has been wonderful. Knock on wood, it's not had any mechanical issues whatsoever. But we'll get into that a little bit more. Let's talk about cultivating the soil. So, if you go back since the beginning of time, since man's been trying to grow any kind of crop, he's always tried to cultivate the soil, whether it's with sticks, rocks, the advent of steel, iron, all those different kinds of things into to where we are now, the internal combustion engine. And so about the 1930s is when the first tillers were invented, and of course they progressed ever since then. So a lot of good technology moving forward. But this is a rear tine tiller. It's the Husqvarna, has the Honda GC 160. As I've said, I've not had any mechanical problems with it. Um, One thing that I don't do is I don't wash it. I don't let it get wet. And it's a little dirty, so it does show that. Um, it's fairly easy to crank. Here's a little video of me cranking it up. It's been sitting for probably a month, and I literally just put the choke on, give it full gas, give it a couple cranks, and it cranks right up. That Honda motor is phenomenal. Um, you need to know that you need to do some prep before you start tilling. If you're going to put it in high grass, it's just not going to do. It's just not going to be able to hold up. You need to make sure that the grass is clipped, there's minimal mulch, because it will bog it down. It is a great mid-size, small to mid-size tiller. If you're going to do large scale, I recommend you go with a 3-point tiller to go on your tractor. So once again, I've not had any problems with it. I keep it dry. Um, I did rock along with it for about 5 years, and the drive belt shredded on me. I that's happened about year 5. I came back and got an Amazon replacement knockoff, put it on there, and it just shredded. I got two knockoffs, and it shredded the first one immediately. Came back, put the other one on, and it did nothing but smoke and gurgle and all that kind of junk. To when I said, man, let me get rid of this, and I put an OEM Husqvarna belt, and just been rocking ever since. We this little housing right here, on this piece right here, the stack or whatever you want to call it. These pieces have backed out. I've had to come in and replace the bolts. When a bolt breaks, it's not necessarily a bad thing. Bolts are designed to take so much tension and then shear, because if you keep pushing it or forcing it, you're going to do more damage to it in another capacity. I would rather lose a bolt, have a bolt shear, than do significant damage to my equipment. There's some other bolts that have come undone. This little housing, as you can see, it's a little loose right there. I think I just need to replace the bolt, and I'll be good to go. Tires have been great. Not had significant flats or anything like that. Um, all in all, I would purchase this tiller again. It's been great. I've not done anything major to it. I do want to talk about the functions of it. As you can see right there, it has forward and reverse just to drive. just to get it from one place to the other. And then of course it has, boy, it's dirty in it, rotating tines, forward drive. And so it drives forward, but you can go with the tines either going forward or in reverse. And typically I go in reverse because it gets a bigger cut, a bigger bite. Tillers are only good for about 6 inches. You have some variation that you can go right here. You can set this deeper or higher. There's some adjustments there. I have it maxed all the way out. It has some good descriptors right there of how to set that. Once again, I'm very happy. I'm very pleased. You know, it's easy. You have a little throttle right here. You have your engage right, your shifter right there, and that's it. You know, I have my little ear protection. I am a child of the late 60s. I was born in the late 60s, grew up in the 80s, enjoyed loud music with the best of them. So I do everything I can to protect my ears now that I'm getting on up in years. So, hey, that's my review of this little Husqvarna. The real question is if I had it over to do it again, would I buy another one? Absolutely. Absolutely. This has been a good dude for me. She works hard. She does everything she's supposed to, and I would buy it again. So I hope this helps you out. God bless you and your family. Ag Nerd out.